Well, with the day being the one that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani of the Qataris set as his deadline, if at all the Glazers don't come out and really make an announcement over the takeover or the new ownership of Man United, he's going to pull out, known to take out his bid, but he'll find himself in a position of not making any further bid as far as taking over Man United is concerned. And David Austin has gone ahead to drop a very huge update as far as the takeover of the team of United is really concerned. Guess what? Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has gone ahead to involve the PSG president to see to it that he comes in through and obviously talks to the Glazers and obviously maybe try to negotiate business on how this takeover will go. It shows you that we have just gotten started. This is still taking long and long and long. It might even take July now, because if money has been put in and put on the table by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and the Glazers are not willing to go ahead and really say that we are selling, and they are telling the president of PSG that we need more money from PSG, from Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. If at all he wants to take over this club, let him come out and obviously get us the money that we want. That is close to 6 or 7 billion that he is really being valued at. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And shockingly, Premier League clubs have gone ahead to really call for the investigations of whether Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is the real owner of that money. I'm going to react to that too, and we are only talking the takeover this time round. Let's go into this mix and really see what exactly David Austin has gone ahead to reveal to us. David Austin is one of those that is really credible football correspondent for The Athletic, has told us that PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi has played a significant role in talks over the purchase of Man United, fronted by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, has been contacted by the Glazers in an attempt to persuade Sheikh Jassim Al Thani to increase his bid. So the PSG president obviously comes from Qatar. He's part of the Qatar Sports Investment. They are the ones that really forward-led or forefronted the World Cup, and it was really successful according to FIFA. And now he's in the Qatar Sports Investment Authority, something like that. Now, when things were so much planned to see it that the Qataris want to take over Man United, and it required them to front someone different, known the PSG Qatar team, they found out that they're having a family member who supports Man United, that is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, and they gave him the mantle to take over Man United. And the bid has been put in, and because he lacks experience onto how running the club and how valuing the club, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani just found himself getting assistance from his senior, known as Al Khalifi, the president of PSG, because he knows exactly how football is being ran. Now, he put him into negotiations of the club of Man United, and he's so much at the forefront. Now, as Sheikh Jassim Al Thani put up the deadline yesterday, and the PSG president has always been talking to the Glazers about the takeover of Manchester United, and obviously trying to bargain for his fellow countrymen, the Glazers have contacted the PSG president, and they've told him that tell your fellow countrymen, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, that he should increase the money. I really don't know how much money the Glazers want. Let them come out and make it clear, that they want this amount of money. If they want 6 billion, let them make it clear. 7 billion, because in this article, there is an article I've seen put up by a certain journalist indicating that they want $8 million. $8 million, that is 7 billion pounds. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is still stuck at 5.5 billion pounds. What is the exact amount of money the Glazers want? That is the big question. And for the Qataris, if at all I'm them, I will tell them that I cannot afford that. And then you quit, and you call it quits. But if at all you keep on dancing around the Glazers, they are going to find themselves in that situation of obviously finding it easy to really take you for granted. And if at all you want to really come out and really make a huge statement like he did on Friday, don't go back for them. And this shows you that the take that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani did might be working for him, because he has cut communication with the Rain Group, he has cut communication with the Glazers, and guess what has happened? The Glazers are passing through the PSG president to contact this man. It shows you how good this is going to work. As I told you that on Friday we're going to get a significant report on whether the Glazers want to sell to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, or they've already agreed a deal with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now, them contacting the president of PSG just shows you that it's not yet done. They want a false hail and they want liquid cash. The liquidity of Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really questionable. That's it. Because he's going to go ahead and really get money from a bank and obviously buy the club of Man United. You know, something that the Premier League shouldn't allow again. They allowed it to happen 18 years ago and they bought us on date. That is the Glazers. And they're also wanting another owner to come in through and buy us on date. That is very insane. You know, that is unacceptable in the modern era. So the Glazers are feeling the pressure. They've contacted the president of PSG to contact Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and tell him that please add us more money. If you're not adding us more money, we are not giving you the club. And I think for Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, he knows exactly how much United needs, and he thinks he shouldn't exceed 5.5 billion pounds. That is it, coming in from David Austin. So it shows you that it's working all out for him like a charm, and him backing out and promising not to make any other bid has gone ahead to put the Glazers in a very threatening state. Now, David Austin has again told us that Sheikh Jassim himself has played no personal role in negotiations with Rain or the Glazer family for Man United, leaving that to the legal firm McFarnells and his financial advisors at the Bank of America. So he's not into these negotiations. That's why you see to it that even he went ahead to involve the PSG president, you know, Al Khalifi, because he knows exactly what it means to use an experienced person when it comes to negotiating such deals of the takeover. And he's really a football genius. He has been at PSG. He knows how to really conduct the sale or the takeover. That is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani doing the needful. So it looks like he's not so much involved into the negotiations. For him, his role is simple: being advised by the Bank of America and his intermediaries, then he submits the money. If at all his financial advisors tell him that it's worth it, he'll go for it, because obviously, however much he's willing to spend that amount of money, but there is a profit expected out of it. They are profit-making orientations, because no businessman would come out and obviously inject close to £6 billion in a team that is for purchase and more 4-5 to elevate the stadium facilities and really buy in more players to back Erik ten Hag when he doesn't expect a return on expense. So I think this is well calculated. Man United, if at all it's taken over right now by the Qataris, inject that amount of money, they can find themselves making profit of like £300 million per year 3 years from now, because we will be playing the Champions League every day in and every season in and out, and be winning those trophies with Erik ten Hag behind us. So that is it coming in from David Austin. And lastly, this has gone ahead to really baffle me. Why is it always Man United? Why is it always Manchester United? Hear this. Premier League clubs coming in through and obviously trying to fight Sheikh Jassim Al Thani from taking over Man United. They've told us that a number of Premier League clubs fear Sheikh Jassim Al Thani may simply be a face of the Qatari state if he were to become Man United's owner, and would want the source of any funds thoroughly investigated. Now, one of the things these people should know is this man comes from a wealthy family, you know? And I wonder, why is it always Man United that they're always afraid of? Why should they be afraid of Man United, you know? They never did this to Man City, you know? Newcastle, it was a smooth takeover, that's it. And why is it that clubs are afraid of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani? They're afraid because they know that if at all he comes in through, United is going to dominate them. Man City has dominated them. They are not making any queries, But when United is getting in Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, they're afraid. They're afraid because they know we are having a very good manager, and what we are lacking is we are lacking a person who has money and can really employ what we call footballing people at the club of Man United. All that is known. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is the face of the Qataris. That's it. So you cannot really do away with that. And obviously, even if you are to investigate the source of the monies, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani alone and his property is worth, is it 50 billion pounds? That is it. Him alone and his property. So that can be maneuvered. That can be maneuvered. So let no one lie to you that this will come to pass and the Premier League clubs will win. You won't win if at all the Glazers decide to sell this club to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, because Man City is dominating, you are quiet. Why are you afraid of Man United? And to my understanding, I just think that Man City is the one that is afraid, and they're trying to really lure or gang up other Premier League clubs to see that they don't accept this to happen, and they really try to put up a case onto Sheikh Jassim Al Thani on where he's getting the money, because they know that when they come in, it's really going to be a very hard job for them. Because look at how we've been staggering under Erik ten Hag with no quality players, with that Erik ten Hag really demands, and we've tried to put up a game on City. So Pep and his City side know that if at all United gets in a wealthy person and Ten Hag is into the mix, they're really destined to being dethroned of their success that they're going to have to dominate in the Premier League for the last 6 years, winning 5 out of the league. So they know what it means for us to get wealthy, because what Man City anticipated was United can be under the Glazers for some long time and then we catch up on them. That's it. So if the Qataris come in through and take over Man United, there is no way Man City is going to catch up on us, because we are going to get in quality players and they are willing to do high investments that will take us to the next level that Man City is really afraid of. So I worry sometimes on how other Premier League teams believe that United is not worth to really be taken over by the Qataris. Why are they not saying the same on Sir Jim Ratcliffe? Because he's also going to go out and borrow money. Now, if you're allowing Sir Jim Ratcliffe to go out and borrow money, why don't you allow Sheikh Jassim Al Thani also to go and borrow money in Manchester United? As concerned teams on your fellow concerned team that plays in the same league like you, why don't you also address the issue of Sir Jim Ratcliffe? That's it. And I know the English are really working hard to see to it that Sir Jim Ratcliffe takes over the club of Man United, but let's wait and see how that's going to happen and unfold. So, your thoughts onto Sheikh Jassim Al Thani coming out and obviously involving the PSG president in his negotiations to take over Man United are welcome in the comment section below, and the Premier League clubs coming out and really trying to sabotage this by calling in for thorough investigations on where the source of money of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is coming in from to buy Man United. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out, my mates, Muslim friends, Juma Karim.